Guys, in the previous classes, we completed our discussion related to major project. What is the purpose of the project? Who will use this project? What are the plans available? And what are the modules available in the project that we have discussed? Today, we are going to see the project mock-up screens. So I got late to the class because I'm trying to set up the screens. I'm copying to pen drive and I will make it available for everyone by deploying that in the AWS cloud. I'm trying to do that so that you can access the mock-up screen. After the class completed, I will give the URL to access the mock-up screens. Now, I will show you the mock-up screens in my system. Whatever we discussed about the project, now we need to see how the project screens are going to look like, what functionality will be available in the modules, and what we need to develop. So from today, we need to implement our major project. So here, this is the last chance for you to write the code on your own. Okay, guys, right? So you need to understand the requirement clearly and you should develop this application. So whatever the screens that we are going to see now, for those screens, we need to develop backend REST APIs. You need to develop only REST APIs for that application. By looking at the UI, you need to understand what functionality will execute in the backend. That backend functionality you need to develop by using REST API. Once our backend development is completed, then we'll think about the front-end development. First, purely, we are going to implement only backend logic for this application. When we are developing that backend logic, whatever the mistakes we have done earlier, all those mistakes we have to correct now. So whatever coding standards, what are the code review mistakes we have identified, what are the naming conventions, what are the package names that we are using, everything we need to follow as per industry standard. And we need to use constants classes. We should not hard code any string literals. And we need to go for app properties class, which is used to read the data from the YML to Java class. Whatever we have learnt in the mini projects, whatever the mistakes we have done in the mini projects, all those mistakes we should not do now. So this is the major project and our last project in the JRTP. You need to think like a real-time developer. You need to think like a real-time developer and you need to follow all the real-time standards while developing this application. Once again, I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you the requirement. I'm here to clarify your doubts. If you do this project, then you will get more confidence to attend the interview. If you don't do this project on your own, that is your karma. I cannot do anything for that. So as per my duty, I will show you the screen. I will tell you the requirement. If you have any question on the requirement, I will clarify that requirement. I will be here. But development part, completely you guys should do that. You know everything. You know Spring Boot, you know REST API, you know data JPA, you know microservices, you know how to test the API, you know what is a Swagger, you know how to perform the code review, you know how to implement logging in the project. So you know everything that is required to develop a project. So you have to spend daily 6 to 7 hours in order to complete the project. Then only it will complete within 2 weeks of time. So every day task will be there. Every day I will explain one screen. You have to develop the REST API for that. And you have to test that REST API with the proper coding standards, right? If you don't follow this, if you don't develop this project on your own, then I cannot do anything. That is totally your bad luck, right? If you involve in the project development, so I'm not going to divide any teams because I want everybody to develop everything available in the project. If I divide into teams, what will happen? You will get only one module. Other team will get only one module. You will not understand the complete picture of the project. If I divide into teams, maximum 7 to 8 teams I can divide. For every team, I can give only one module. Then what is the problem? You will get the chance to work with only one module. You want to work with only one module or you want to work with all the modules? Yes, you need to develop the entire project on your own. That is the reason I'm not dividing any teams. I'm not giving any task team wise. I want everybody to develop everything in the project. That complete project, everybody has to develop in their system. If you take the code from someone, if you copy the code from someone, am I going to lose anything? Nothing. Project course will be completed. I will start the next batch also, but you will not get the job. You will be in the Amirpet only. So this is the last chance. Please realize and analyze the requirement. If you have any doubt on the requirement, you can come to me. I will clarify your requirement functionally. Functionality wise, I will clarify the requirement. Technically, you need to think and you need to develop. To be frank, I don't have any expectations from you people because I have seen how you are explaining the project here. Totally disappointed. You people cannot get the job with the experience if you don't change your mindset. Still you are thinking like a fresher. Whatever Sari is explaining, we are studying. So whatever Sari is explaining, with that, are you explaining whatever I have explained in the class? That is also you are not doing. From 4 days I have explained the project, but you are not able to explain what I have explained. Then how you will clear the interview as an experienced person? Lot of gap is there. Lot of gap is there. Still, people are not serious about that. Once you go for interview, if you reject in the 5-6 interviews, then you will get the realization. Then you will get the realization. So please take it seriously. This is the last option. I will be there with you for next 25 days to 30 days maximum. Spring boot will be completed by this month end. Another 5-6 days. Only that circuit breaker, security concepts are pending. Spring boot will be completed. Project, major project to 2 weeks. Okay. AWS 1 week. Angular 2 to 3 weeks will be there. That's it. Course will be completed. You have to attend the interview. You have to get the job. Fresher interviews are very less in the market. For experienced interview, your confidence, your subject is not sufficient. Whatever you have studied, whatever the communication you have, whatever the confidence you have, that is not sufficient to get the job as an experienced person. Out of all these people, 3 to 4 people are able to explain the project properly what I have explained. Remaining people, sir, I am getting tension. Sir, I forgot it. Sir, I will not explain. Sir, I have not prepared. These are the kahanis they are telling. Tomorrow when you go for interview, if somebody asks you, explain about your project, can you say that I forgot? Can you say that I forgot? Then why are you telling that reason to me? So many people told yesterday, sir, I forgot the project. In the interview, can you tell that answer? No. Then why are you telling that answer to me? That means you are not serious. If you are not serious, why should I take the seriousness? What benefit I am going to get? Nothing. So if you are serious, then you will get the job. If you are not serious, you will not get the job. So take that seriously and work on the project development for 2 weeks. To be frank, I no need to check your assignments also. Is it part of the course content, assignment checking? Then why should I check that? Why should I waste my time? When you are not doing that, why should I check your assignment? My duty, just explain the requirement, develop the code, complete the batch. Why I am giving the assignment? Why I am asking you to give the seminar? If you give the seminar here, who will get benefit? Am I going to get any benefit? Then you will get that confidence, you will get that maturity, you will perform well in the interview. If you perform well, you will get the job. After getting the job, you no need to pay me single rupee also. I am not asking your salary. That is for you only. But still you are not serious. This is not going to work out. And to be frank, I lost my interest to teach Java for freshers because people are not interested to learn. I lost my interest also. That's why I have not started any full stack batch from last 8 months. The reason, it's waste of my energy. To be frank, it's waste of my energy. Whatever the subject that we are giving, you people are not deserve that. That is the main problem. How much content we are giving, that you are not understanding importance of that content. Then why should I waste my energy, my time also? In these 8 months, how many DevOps batches I can complete? If you think commercially, 4 to 5 DevOps batches I can complete.
But one batch is not completed as of now. 8 months onwards. That too morning, evening classes. DevOps only one class. 3 to 4 months batch will complete. If people are serious, yesterday I asked some people, how many times you recorded your voice for the project? Not even single time. From 4 days. They did not even practice one time also to explain the project. Then how I will get the interest to teach you the subject? I'm planning to give Angular classes for other faculty. I don't want to waste my time and my energy. Yesterday I realized that Angular I am not going to teach. I will give it to another faculty. Why should I waste my time, my energy when you are not interested for that? I will complete the Angular batch. Angular will start from next week. Another faculty will take the Angular classes. Seriously, I'm feeling that my time is wasting, to be frank. Good. Right, guys, observe. So this is the project that we are going to develop. Our project name is IES. IES stands for integrate. No need to respond. I will complete that. Okay. I will explain the screens. Just observe what are the screens. After the class is completed, I will give the link for you people. You guys also can access the screens. Today, I want you people to just to go through the screens and tell me what are the questions you have in the tomorrow's class. Right. Now, this is our IES application. This is, I have modified, guys. This is not the real application because I cannot get the real application and we cannot develop that. So in pair with the real application development, we have designed some mock-up screens, right? Whatever I have explained from last 4 days, you can see that functionality in these mock-up screens, right? Yeah, this is home page of the application. This application, as I told, it is an intranet application. Everybody cannot access this application. This application is accessible only by case workers in the DHS. They cannot create the account also directly. If you see in the screen, account creation option is not available. Create account option is not available. Only sign in option is available. So then how their account will be created? As we discussed in the project, there is a admin module is available. For admin user, we will fix the credentials in the database. So one admin will be available for our application. When the admin login into the application, here admin module will open. So admin module will be displayed for admin user. When admin go to this application, there is an option called create account option is available. So this screen is used to create the account for the case worker. So in the DHS department, how many government employees are available? For all those employees, accounts will be created by our application. So that, the case worker name, his email ID, his mobile number, his gender will be available, date of birth, and his SSN number. DHS department employee, nothing but he is a government employee. He is a US citizen. For that person, SSN number will be available. We will enter that data and we'll click on submit button. Administrator will do that. When administrator click on the submit button, for the case, go from the application with the temporary password. How we have developed our second mini project, same functionality. There we created the account, we unlocked the account. Here account creation will done by administrator. Email will go to the case worker. Case worker will receive an email with the application URL with his username and with his temporary password. In the mail, he will have a link. When he click on the link, his account will be unlocked. Once his account is unlocked, then that case worker can log in into the application. He will have his email ID and his modified password will be available. He will click on sign in button. If his credentials are correct, case worker will be able to log in into the application. If his credentials are incorrect, that invalid credential message will be displayed. Okay. If his account is not unlocked, the message will come. Your account is a locked state. Your account is in the locked state. Whatever we have done in the second project, same thing we need to develop for create account functionality. Administrator first. Administrator will have option to create the account. Whatever the account administrator is created, those accounts we can see in the view accounts page. In the view accounts page, whatever the accounts are available, those accounts will be displayed, and we are having edit button, delete button, and action will be available. So here edit means we can modify the details and we can update. Delete means that account will be deleted permanently. So this delete button is used for hard delete. Hard delete means that record will be deleted permanently from the database. And here we have a action button. This action here, it is used to activate the account and deactivate the account. Suppose some case worker is available, that case worker is on the leave. That case worker account I want to deactivate. That means he should not be able to access. So when I click on this delete button, that account will be deactivated. Once the account is deactivated, it should display button to activate. So here the action column buttons should display opposite to the existing status. If existing status is deactivated, it should display activate button. If existing status is active, it should display deactivate button. Whatever the status is available in the database, for that it has to display opposite status. So now second record is already deactivated. That's why green color button is coming. When I click on that button, that account should be activated. First record already activated. That's why deactivate button is displaying. So this action column is used for soft delete functionality, activate and deactivate. This delete button, it is used to delete the case worker record permanently from the database. Here edit button is available. Edit button that is used for updating the data. If required, so I will remove this hard delete. We will work on edit functionality, activate and deactivate functionality. So this delete is not required. I will remove this column from the screen. So you need to implement create account functionality. Whenever you create the account, email should go to the given mail ID with the temporary password and one hyperlink should go. They should be able to unlock the account. Once their account is unlocked, they should be able to log in into the application. And view accounts page is available. Edit update button, activate deactivate buttons are available. That is for case worker management. And similarly, we are having a screen for create plan. Whatever the plans we are supporting by our application, as we discussed, SNAP, CCAP, RIW, Medicaid, Medicare plans are available. What are the plans that are supporting by our government? Those plans we are going to create by using this screen. Admin will create the plan. Suppose if the plan name is CCAP, when that plan is going to start, from when that government is providing for that plan, what is the plan start date, what is the plan end date. So we want to give that plan for, next to 2 years. Okay, or 2025 December 31st. So like this, what is the plan start date, what is the plan end date, click on submit. So that plans will be created. Whenever you create the plan, there is a screen called view plans screen is available. Here also, what are the plans available? We can see the plans. Okay, you can edit the plan and you can modify the plan. And here activate, deactivate. If I deactivate the plan, people cannot apply for that plan. If the plan is active, then only people can apply for that plan. So in the admin module, there are 4 screens available. Create account is available, view account is available, view accounts available, create plan is available, and view plans available. So these are the 4 screens that we need to develop in the administrator module. So look at this. Admin module is available. In the admin module, caseworker accounts management and plans management we have to implement. It is just like implementing CRUD operations. There is nothing else. You need to create the account. They will get the email. They will unlock their email account and they will log in. You can create the plans. You can see the plans what are available. You can activate or deactivate the plan. So hard delete, we don't need to do that. I'm going for edit update and activate deactivate buttons. So are you clear with admin module functionality? Any questions on this? No. Once the admin module is completed, then caseworker module will come. That caseworker module will have forgot password. So here we already implemented that. When they give the email ID, with that mail ID, if the record is available, they will get the password to their email. If the given mail ID is incorrect, they will get invalid email ID message. And we are having sign in functionality. When they click on sign in, that dashboard will be displayed. In this dashboard, we are displaying number of plans available in our system. Okay, admin is creating the plans. How many plans are supporting by our application? We need to display. How many citizens are approved? How many citizens are denied? What is the total benefit amounts we have given? That dashboard data we need to display. This dashboard is common for all the caseworker. It is not based on the caseworker. It is a total system-wise dashboard. In our system, total how many plans are available? How many citizens approved for the plans? How many citizens denied for the plans? What are the how much benefit amounts we have given till today? From the last 1 year, how much benefits we have given that we are displaying here? That is the dashboard page. Here, if you go my profile, caseworker profile page will be displayed. So caseworker can update his mobile number. Caseworker can change his name also. Okay, email ID he cannot change because this is using for login purpose. Email ID should be displayed in the readable mode. He can modify the name, he can modify the mobile number, he can modify the date of birth also. So that is edit profile page will be available and click on logout. The index page will be displayed. That is a login page. Why we don't have sign up page? Admin will create the account for the caseworker. Anybody cannot create and cannot use the application. This is a intranet application. Once admin created the account, caseworker will receive the mail to unlock the account. Once his account is unlocked, then only he can log in into the application. Once he log in, dashboard will be displayed. He can edit his profile and he can log out also. Fine. After completion of this, we are going for next module that is called AR API. What is AR API? That is our application registration API. When a citizen come for DHS office to apply for a plan, caseworker will log in into our application. Caseworker will go to application registration module. In the application registration module, create application page is available. We are collecting very basic information from the citizen. What is the name of the citizen? Email ID of the citizen, mobile number of the citizen, gender of the citizen, date of birth of the citizen, SSN number of the citizen, and we will click on submit button. Here is the logic. Whenever you click on the submit button, AR API will communicate with the SSA web API. So it will give whatever the SSN number is giving by the citizen. Our AR module will take that SSN number, will give that SSN number to SSA web API. What that SSA web API will do? It will have a database. It will maintain SSN numbers of all the citizens. It will maintain SSN numbers of all the citizens. Now it will return the state name for the given SSN number. Our AR API will check that state name is Rhode Island or not. If the state name is Rhode Island, then citizen application will be created along with the case number. So here, if a citizen SSN belongs to Rhode Island state, then only case number will be generated. Otherwise, case number will not be generated. Application, suppose I am from New Jersey state. I want to apply a plan in the Rhode Island. I went to DHS office. I communicated with the case worker. Case worker has taken my data, created the application. But my assistant belongs to New Jersey state. For my application, case number will not be created. Okay. Suppose, for example, this person went to DHS office. He interacted with the case worker. Case worker collected his data. He is trying to create the application for this person. This person SSN number belongs to Rhode Island state. AR module given the information to SSA Web API. SSA Web API has given Rhode Island as the state name. Then for that citizen, application will be created along with the case number. Case number is a unique number for every citizen who want to apply for the plan. Without case number, they cannot apply for the plan. Your application will be created. When your application is created, if your assistant belongs to Rhode Island, then only case number will be generated for you. If you are not belongs to Rhode Island, case number will not be generated for you. Once that application got created, that means you are Rhode Island state citizen. Then case worker will click on this case number. When this case number is a hyperlink here. When I click on this case number, it will go for a screen called plan selection. Plan selection comes under data collection module. Data collection module. So this is your case number pre-populated. Which plan you want to apply? Plan names coming in the drop down. Who entered these plan names? Admin entered plan names in the screen. They stored in the database. From the database, we have to fetch the plan names. We have to display in the drop down. Now, case worker will ask a citizen, boss, you want to apply for which plan? I want to go for SNAP plan. When you want to go for SNAP plan, you need to provide your income data. You need to provide your income data if you want to go for SNAP plan. What is your monthly salary income? What is your rent income? What is your property income? After collecting the income data, then we are going to collect education data. Education data, what is your highest degree? What is your graduation year? From which university you got graduation? We are collecting some education data. Then after, we are going to collect the kids data. We are going to collect the kids data. Kid name, kid age, kid SSN. 2 kids. If you have third kid, click on add kid. One more row is coming here. We need to collect all the 3 kids data and click on submit button. So data collection got completed. Income details, education details, kids details. We are collecting that. But there is a logic here. In the real time, for SNAP plan, why we need to collect the kids? For SNAP, why we need to collect the education? Okay. So for the SNAP plan, I need to go for only income data. When citizen apply for the SNAP, then I should collect only income data. When citizen apply for CCAP, then only I need to collect the kids data. Okay, guys. If citizen apply for RIW, then only I need to collect graduate education data. So based on the plan, we are going to collect the details. Based on the plan, we are going to collect the details. Once this data collection completed, before determining the eligibility, there is a summary screen. In the summary screen, we need to display everything. Whatever income data we have collected, this is your income data. This is your education data. This is your kids data. This is a summary. That means a final review. We have taken data from the citizen. Boss, you applied for SNAP. You applied for SNAP. This is your income data you provided. This is your education data you provided. This is the kids data that you have provided. If you are okay, then I will go for determination of your eligibility. Once the summary got completed, click on confirm. Once I click on confirm, from the data collection, we are going for ED module. ED module is used for eligibility determination. Here, case number will be available. As I told you, case number is very important to apply for the plan. So whenever you create the application, if your SSN belongs to Rhode Island, then only case number will be created for you. With the case number only, you will apply for the plan. If your case number is not created, that means you are not belongs to Rhode Island state. You cannot apply for the plan. Once the data collection completed, we will come to eligibility determination. When you give the case number, click on the eligibility determination. In the background, lot of logic will execute and it will decide whether your eligibility is approved or your eligibility is denied. If your eligibility is approved, from when your plan is started, when your plan will end, what is the benefit amount you are going to get? What is your plan start date? What is your plan end date? And what is your benefit amount? And here, if you denied for the plan, no start date, no end date, no amount, only you will have a denial reason. So whenever you click on determine eligibility, our system will collect citizen data from the database and plan will have condition. Citizen data will match with the plan condition. If plan conditions are satisfied with the citizen data, citizen will be approved for the plan. If a plan data not matching with the conditions, if citizen data not matching with the condition, then citizen will be denied for the plan. When citizen is denied, he will have denial reason. If citizen is approved, he will be having approved status. Start date will be available, end date will be available, benefit amount will be available. Once eligibility determination got completed, there is an option called generate correspondence. What is that means? Whenever you click on generate correspondence, it will go to correspondence module. So correspondence module is responsible to generate notice for the citizen. So for that case number, what are the notices are available? Those notices will be displayed here. If you click on the print button, immediately that notice will be printed in the PDF format based on the eligibility status will give to the citizen. And in the correspondence module, pending notices. Pending notices nothing but the notices which are not sent to the clients as of now. PDFs which are not sent. And here we are having history notices available. History notices nothing but the notices which are already sent to the client. You applied for a plan. For your plan eligibility, if notice is already sent, that will be history notice. Already sending is completed. If your notice is not sent yet, that means that will be in the pending status. That will be maintained by our correspondence module. Pending notices will be available and history notices will be available. Based on the case number, we can see what are the notices available, generated date, when that notice is sent to the client. Whatever the notice we are sending, that notice we need to store into AWS S3 bucket, right? To generate the notice, some static data is required. That static data we need to read from the Redis server. Once correspondence module completed, benefit issuance will be available. For which citizens, how much benefit amount we have sent, what is the transaction status that we are going to maintain here. Benefit issuance module will be available, that is responsible to send benefit amount to the citizen. Benefit amount we are not sending directly. We will give the details to third party by using FTP location. Third party application will process benefit amount sending to the citizen account numbers, right? So after benefit issuance completed, we have reports module. We already implemented that as a first mini project. So based on the plan name, based on the plan status, based on the gender, I can search for the reports. Download Excel, download PDF. Whatever we have done in the first mini project, that is our reports module. Here also, it is a dynamic search. I can get only CCAP plans data. I can export that. I can get only denied plans data. I can get the data based on the duration, dates. From this month 1st to this month 25 today, how many plans people are applied for the plans? I want to see the data. Name wise report, status wise report, gender wise report, date wise reports I want to get. And I should be able to download the Excel, download the PDF. Whatever the data is there, based on that I want to download. Here, the downloading the files depends on the search criteria. So earlier we implemented everything we are downloading. But in the system, millions of records will be available. I don't want to download all the data. Whatever you do the search and you click on the button, that data only I want to download in the Excel or PDF. So this is about our project. This is our IES application. So I have shown you all the screens that are available in the IES application. So in the real project, in the data collection, there are 90 screens available only to collect the data, but we cannot develop all the 90 screens in the training. So for the data collection, I have taken 3 screens: education data, income data, and kids data. But in the real time, in the DC, 90 screens available only for data collection. We cannot develop 90 screens here. In the application registration, there are 4-5 screens available in the real time to collect citizen data, citizen name, citizen details, citizen address, and all that stuff. Okay. Here also we can add one more thing: collect the citizen address. Right. I will modify that screen. Citizen address is required. Fine. Then citizen account details are required. Bank account details are required from the citizen to send the benefit amount. We will give benefit amount and account number to the third party using FTP. Third party application will process that data. Right. Look at the screens once again. Home page, login, and forget password. When admin login, then only admin module will be displayed. When caseworker login, admin module should not display. For every user, admin module will not be accessible. This menu will be available only when the admin user login. Sir, how to determine the admin user? In the database, we are going to fix one user as a admin. We are going to fix one user as a admin. The remaining users will be fixed as the caseworkers. Fine. Sign in, dashboard, admin, create account. Account is created, email will go, unlock account, then login, view accounts, edit and update the account, activate or deactivate the account, only soft delete, hard delete is not available. Then go for create plan, plan name, plan start date, end date, view plans, edit and update the plans available, deactivate, activate the plans available. When I deactivate the plan, it should not come in the plan selection screen. That plan we are not going to support. If you go for data collection, plan selection screen will be available. View application, when I click on that, plan selection screen. So what are the plans which are active? Only those plans should come in the drop down. Suppose in the admin module, if I deactivate the CCAP, then CCAP plan should not come in the plan selection screen. So only active plans should come in the drop down. Once the plan selection completed, data collection. Once the data collection completed, then summary. Once the summary completed, eligibility determination. Once eligibility determined, generate the correspondence. Got my point? So once you click on the print, then the notice will be generated. If you don't click on the print, notice will not be generated. That will become a pending. If you click on the print, that will become history notice. Pending notice and history notice. So now when you go for eligibility determination, when you go for determine eligibility, when I click on determine eligibility, then immediately correspondence will be generated. When I click on this generate correspondence will be generated. Initially, the correspondence will be in the pending. If you click on the print button, then notice will be generated. That notice will be given to the client. Then that notice status will be converted to history notice, pending notice and history notice. Pending notice means which is not printed. History notice means which is already printed. Here we can see what notices are in the pending. So if you go for pending notices, the notices which are not printed, if you click on that button, that notice will be printed, its status will go to history. So when you go for correspondence, history notices, what are the notices already printed? Those notices will be displayed. When that notice is printed, that generated date will be displayed. Right. So you need to go through all these requirements and you need to analyze the functionality. Whatever the doubts you are having, you need to note down your doubts and you need to ask me in the tomorrow session. I will give these screens access for you by 2 p.m. today. I need to make some changes to the screens, and I will give you the screens as a AWS URL. I will keep this project in the AWS. I will give the URL. You can access the screen. Then you need to analyze the screen. You need to come up with your questions. First, think as a developer what you need to develop. What is the functionality we need to develop? Where you have confusion for the development. Don't write any coding for that. Don't do any database design. Don't do any classes design. Just to play with the screens. Just to go through the screens. Understand the requirement. Wherever you have a doubt, note down on the paper. So tomorrow's session is only for doubts clarifications on the major project. Once doubts clarification, I am giving you 24 hours of time. So whatever the doubt you have, tomorrow you need to ask. Once your doubts clarification completed, I will give 1 day time for the database design. So what are the tables we need to create for this application? What are the relationships we need to establish for the table? With 1 or 2 tables, we cannot develop the project. We need several tables. We need several tables. So you need to come up with your design. Once again, I'm telling you, you will not get this opportunity to develop the real project in the training anywhere. So I have given you a real project here. So utilize this 2 weeks of time. Completely you need to focus on the coding part. If you don't focus, if you don't develop, it's your bad luck. You cannot attend experience interview. To attend experience interview, classes are not important. Your confidence is important. If you develop, then only you will get the confidence. With that confidence, you can face the interview. If you don't have a confidence, you cannot face the interview. So by tomorrow, all the doubts clarification should be completed. We need to start DB design from tomorrow. With your design, you need to start the development. If you are okay, I can take alternate classes. 1 day I will give time for the development. If you don't want regularly, I will be here. I will be clarifying your doubt. Every day you need to bring your laptop to the class. We have to sit in the class and we have to do the coding. That you have to do the coding. I will observe that. So every day we need to complete one module. 1 day we need to complete one module. So admin module, how much time it will take? Is there anything new? Is there anything new in the admin module? How much time it will take to complete this? Maximum 1 day. Within 1 day, we can complete the admin module functionality. Application registration. Create the application. SSN number, third party API. I will give this third party API URL to access that. We cannot access real SSA web application. I will create one dummy web application as a web service. I will give the URL for the third party application with the Swagger documentation. What is input, what is output? I will not explain you. I will give the Swagger documentation. Based on that, you need to develop your client logic. In the real time, they will just give you the documentation. Based on the documentation, you need to understand the provider and you need to develop the consumer. Your AR module will act as a consumer for the SSA web. I will give the dummy URL for the SSA web because real SSA web, we cannot access that. That is a real government project. Right. Did you record the video? How many times? 7 times. What do you observe? Are you able to explain? Can you explain now? Come here. Yes. Yes, everything we have to do.
Kafka, Redis, everything we need to do. Yeah, explain.
Start.
Morning, guys. My name is Ramana. I'm explaining government application, IAS, R application. It is usual to provide R state government by using IAS application. R is providing six citizens, six SNAP, CCAP, Medicare, and children's fee and RIW. SNAP stands for Supplement Nutrition Applicable Assistance Management Program. CCAP stands for Child Care Assistance Program. Medicare and Medicare Citizens Plans 16 years ago. Another one, PHP stands for Qualified Health Plan. RIW stands for Rhode Island Works. IAS applications is a modules is available. First one, admin model, user model, application model, correspondence, eligibility determination, reports, and correspondence. Admin model is used to create account.
Guys, online people. So he's speaking. Yeah, you can continue.
Create account.
Online people, any doubts you can post in the chat box.
Update, delete, retrieve. Case worker is responsible to some plans. Login, update, login, edit profile, forgot password. AR stands for application registration. Application registration is used to RA state government project. By using some plans is available. Correspondence plans numbers. Data collection is used to some data, citizen details, and education details, income details, fixed and etc. Report modules, start date and end date, plan status, incidence plans, this application RHS government application.
What happened, guys? Will anybody satisfy with this explanation? Then how you will attend experience interview? Did anybody understand what he explained? Perfection is not there. Practice that. Go. I can't do anything, man. You are not a kid. How many days I need to teach same thing? So you need to practice that. You need to improve yourself. You are responsible for that. Fine. I will share the screens. By 2 p.m. I will give the link in the group, guys. Please go through the screens. Completely understand the screens today. Don't do any development. Don't do any analysis. Just to go through the screens, wherever you have the doubt, functionally, whatever the doubts you have, you just note down your doubts and let me know in the tomorrow's class. Okay, fine. So today I'm not giving any core Java questions also. I want you completely spend the time on the project analysis part. Requirements analysis, understand the requirement, understand the screen, understand the navigation. Whatever the doubts you have, please note down on the paper. Tomorrow I will see your paper. If you have the question on the paper, then only I will give the answer for that. I want you to note down in the book whatever the doubts you have. We'll continue tomorrow. So we have Spring Boot class evening. Thank you.